Hello, this video is about how to use Canvas pages. And by pages we mean web pages. So it's a pretty general purpose tool to present any kind of information that you have in your class. And now you can use any web page. The web pages in Canvas will be a part of your class and behind the password and only available to people who are enrolled in your class. But without any further ado, let's go into the details. The web pages, they all have a title, and they have your basic formatting tools like headlines and subheaders, bold and italic, lists, tables, links, pictures, videos, all of that kind of stuff. So let's go into a class and look at what I'm talking about. I'm going to go into this sample course. And you'll notice that for most courses, the first thing that you come to when you go to the course is you're going to want to make that a web page. So this is your first example of using a Canvas page. Now in this one, I've used a table right here in order to do two columns. One has a picture and one has this basic details. I've used a headline here and then another table where I've set up the two columns and pictures and links. So there's an edit button here on every page, and you can see that'll take you right into the page and give you all of your typical tools for editing. And now let me point out bold, italic, font color, background color, lists. This one right here is how you can insert a table. You'll pick out the size that you want, and that's how you do that. This is how you do links. That icon right there is a chain link or break a link. And this one is to put in a picture. So we could put in a picture. I have the cursor. Notice I have the cursor where I want the picture to be, and I'll put it in. And most likely I'll be wanting to just pick out one of my files here. So you have to have put the picture up beforehand, and I could show you how to do that. We also do have this Flickr tab, and it lets you find things on Flickr, so you might like that. So this is searching Flickr and just showing me images on there that are licensed and available for free use. So you could use any of these if you wanted to. And that just went right into the web page. Okay, over here on the right hand side of the page this is very handy. It lets me add links to any different part of my class. So anything that I've already set up, like other web pages, assignments or quizzes, discussions or modules, I can just click on one thing and it'll put in the link and the text to click on all in one shot. So that's pretty handy. I also have access to everything I've uploaded to the class, and so if I wanted to link to, say, a PDF or a Word document, I could upload a new file. I would pick it out off of my computer, and it could be anything, probably a PDF. Go ahead and pick it out, and that'll start uploading. And when it finishes, did I say that? When it finishes, I can put in that link. So that's good. And you'll see since I uploaded an image, it shows up here. I could also just put in the image. So that's a very quick overview of editing a page. Last thing to do is go ahead and say save it. And now this one was, I had picked it out as the course front page. Remember, this is what we got to when I first clicked on the course on the dashboard. That was a View All Pages button up here, so I could see everything. And this settings menu will let me edit a page or pick out that one to use as a front page. And I could add a new one right here. I can publish or unpublish any one of these, so they'll no longer be visible to students if I unpublish it. And let's go over to modules, because generally what you create, you'll create things and then you'll arrange them in the modules list. So you'll notice that I can also, if I wanted to add something to this third module here, I could hit the plus button and I could add a brand new page this way. I would just say add a content page, a new one, and I'll give it a name. And that creates a new page. Click on it, and we can go ahead and edit this new blank page. So we have all of these tools. Make a list. I encourage you to use these headers instead of doing your own font sizes in bold. It's nice to leave everything as black text on a white background with predictable sizes that uses what is already the default. So at this point you can set up your page. If you want to do 2 columns like I did, you can put in something like this. Another hint, you see that this table has come in as very small and the cells expand as I type into them. I encourage you to leave it that way and to resist the urge to resize the table like this. You might be tempted to do this, and what has happened now, you can see the dimensions here, 450 pixels wide. What you're doing when you adjust this is you're locking that table in to always be 400 pixels wide, or whatever you set it to. And that starts to cause problems when people look at your page on their different sized devices. So you don't know if they're using a phone or a computer screen or a projector. And the best way is to let their device choose how wide the table is and just leave it on the default. So I'm going to hit Control-Z and undo those last couple of things and get back to this default. I can at least, let's see, under the table menu here, I can go into table properties and give it a cell spacing, say of 15 pixels. And that'll at least spread my things out a little bit, so they'll look better. Let's go ahead and save this page, and you can see what I'm talking about. So if I wanted to make a table, this looks just fine. Of course, I don't have any content, but this looks better than locking it into a certain number of pixels. And it might look good on your computer, but if you don't test it on a mobile phone and all the different variations, then you don't know what they're going to get. So, we made a table. Now, let me show you. We can link to not only to inside your class, but also anywhere else on the web. And that, you might be familiar with this little chain link icon. Remember, inside the class, we can just use this guy over here and make a link inside the class. But for any other link, you can highlight your text and paste in the link to anywhere on the web. So that's how you do that. And we do have this little film strip button here. This is pretty neat. It'll let you record a video right here in the editor, and it works pretty well. But if you've already been using YouTube, then you might want to embed a video. And the way we do that is, again, this might look familiar to you. You're going to want to use this link here to flip over just to plain HTML and go and find the place that you want to embed. Boom. And you can go to YouTube and share button, embed, and you get that link. You can copy that link and paste it here. So I'll go back to the editor, and you can see here's a placeholder for the video that I've put in. And now when I go ahead and save this page, I will see my embedded video. And that works for any kind of web tools that you would embed, like a Facebook widget or a SlideShare, all of those things you can do that way. So that's an overview of Pages. Remember that you'll use them probably as a home page, and so you have some design options to you. You don't have to get fancy, but you do have some tools at your disposal. And you'll also use Pages to do the majority of just delivering content, whether that's an overview of what's going on in a module. See, this is a very simple one. Headlines, paragraphs, bullet points, and one link. And you could also use them to actually deliver your lecture, and that could be video, audio, text, or a combination of all of those. So that is a quick overview of Pages. Thank you very much for watching.